There we go. All right, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Derik LaMar show. I was there. Me? All right, bet. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all right here with me, the internationally known, nationally recognized, and locally accepted Mr. Derik LaMar show. So I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Tonight's show has been like 30 years in the making. I won't say 30 years in the making. So I've known the brother for over 30 years. But this show has been in the planning for some time. I wanted to have more than the last time, but schedules was kind of crazy. And this guy, I'll just say, if y'all think I do a lot, this brother make me look like I'm standing still. We're gonna take a quick 60-second break. We're gonna come back live. The one and only venture capitalist, millionaire maker, Mr. Derik Owens. So y'all sit tight, go get y'all drinks, go get y'all food, whatever it is y'all want to get. Do that and come on back to the Mr. Derik LaMar show right here. Let's get it. All right, we are back. We are back. Sorry, I couldn't hear y'all. I couldn't hear myself. I didn't hear my intro. Y'all called me checking messages and everything, but I can hear y'all loud and clear now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to say it one more time in case you didn't hear me. The internationally known, nationally recognized, locally accepted Mr. Derik LaMar Show podcast. And this particular show, like I said, it was 30 years in the making, but we finally got him right here, right now. This brother, what can I say about him? He is a venture capitalist. He is the personification of the word hustler, a businessman, my brother, my mentor, minority owner with the Washington Nationals, venture capitalist, CEO of Dream Big. We can do all those things. Let's get some claps up and let's welcome the one and only Mr. Derik Owens to the Mr. Derik LaMar Show.
What's up, Derek? How are you?
Yo, what's going on, sir?
What's up? I just wish
Man.
my name was had the IK instead of the EK. You got the fly spelling.
Oh man, you know, you got the money though. Brother, man, we finally made this happen, man. We
I
finally
know.
made it
I
after
thought I
all
was
this.
on. I thought I was on punishment or something.
Oh
I
no,
was like, I
man.
can't
We
even
was
get on the show. You blew
we
up and forgot about me.
oh no, man. Like I said, man, this brother, man, your schedule was so wild, man. People think I do things, man. You make me look like I'm sitting still, man. So thank you for your time. Thank you for pulling up to the show, man. And we got 55 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it for the people who may not know who you are, where you're from. Tell us where you're from, Mr. Owens.
Well, that's funny. I'm actually from Philadelphia. I don't know if a lot
Okay.
of people know that I'm Philly. Philly
Okay.
cheesesteaks, Jim South
Okay.
Street, Del Sandro's. You know,
Okay.
I went to Friends in Philly. My dad was Mr. Philadelphia, created the HMO, cable TV franchise there, and I just grew up watching him. He's my hero. Back in the 70s, actually. In the 70s, I think he got up to about 300 million a year, largest
Ooh.
black business in the state of Pennsylvania. So I was, that's why I take Ty everywhere with me, Derek, because I was just soaking it up. So I
You
thought
was,
I thought I was somebody just hanging out with Dad. So when it was my turn in the early 20s, I was ready.
and that's so important, man, for the fathers out there. Take your boys, take your kids with you so they can see things and they can experience things. So growing up in that, and I'm glad you said that because um, your family has quite the legacy
Definitely.
on your dad's side, your stepmom's side, your mom's side. Just
My
what was it?
stepdad. I mean, I got it four ways. I mean,
You
I
got
have
it
no,
all the
I
way,
have no choice but to leave a whole bunch for Ty
a whole
because
bunch.
yeah, my dad
Let
on the healthcare side,
mm-hmm,
um, my mom on the investment side. She was a
mm-hmm,
teacher at Temple, but then went into business, and we did very well over at U Street area, block of real
mm-hmm,
estate over there. That I think
mm-hmm,
15x the investment. Then I was just looking at something we received from Motown with Michael Jackson because of the Michael Jackson movie. My stepmom started off as the secretary with Barry Gordy, then became the president of Motown and the management company. So
so
I grew up. So you remember Scotty J, who's no
yeah,
longer
my
with
man,
us.
Scotty
So
J, rest in peace.
we used to rest in peace, Scotty J. Scotty J said, we used to think you were lying at Hampton. Because I went to Hampton before Howard. I said, what do you
Uh,
mean? He said, yeah, you would come back talking about Bel Air and Beverly Hills, hanging out with Barry Gordy. So they nicknamed me in Hampton University Barry Gordy. So when I would come on the hall, they'd be like, there's Barry Gordy. So he said years later at 2K9, he called back to the fellas. He said, he is Barry Gordy.
see, see, see.
But
People
I didn't
thought
know
you
all
was
that time.
running,
They thought I was stunting. They thought I was, no, I was
and
just,
and, and they had no idea. No, no, let's talk.
I
Let's
was
talk
just
about
fortunate to be in the mix.
in the right place at the right time. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that Motown connection. Just you said some things, and because it's your life, you just kind of breeze past it. But I'm sure some folks sitting there like, wait a minute, did he say? Did he say 300? Did he say healthcare? Did he say Motown? Yes, he did say all of those things. T, do we have some pictures of of his folks from back in the day? We got my engineer and the boss.
Okay.
Sorry, he's going. So
We
that we're
got the
gonna come.
Prince.
We're gonna come
But I
back to
gotta
that
hold on. I
one.
gotta give a
We gonna
story with the Prince.
okay. Matter of fact, put that Prince picture
Put the
back up.
Prince back up.
We're gonna do it
So,
tonight. So that is
so,
that is Derek with the one and only Prince right there. Let's
so,
get into that one.
so Trev, the manager, came by 2K9. We were doing events, hanging out, and I ended up doing the event at the Capital One Center, and
Hmm.
then at 2K9, and then the after party at what was the name of the place around the corner there? Um, yeah,
From
the after
Capital
hours
One.
place. No, the after hours place over near Jesse Jackson's his old house.
Oh man,
House of Secrets.
I was
House of
about to say
Secrets.
I was about to
Yeah,
say secrets. House
House
of
of Secrets.
Secrets.
So they tasked me with three parties in one night every time he would come. And he wouldn't go to March, he wouldn't go to Abdul's. So he said
Mm-mm.
one time, okay, if I can't perform here, I'm going back to the Ritz Carlton. So then we just became friends one night. It was busy upstairs. And I would talk to Trev, and then right next to him, Prince would be there, and Trevor would talk to him. Like we didn't speak English, or we didn't speak the same language. So
Don't look at him.
finally one night, Trev said, "You go ahead and speak to each other, you guys. I'm not gonna translate between the two of you." So that's the night me and Prince started talking to each other, and he saw Serena Williams came in, and he said, "Can you introduce me?" So Prince asked to meet Serena. I'm the one that introduced them, and they became good friends.
See, man, this I knew this interview was going to be so easy because you're just tossing stuff up. So we're gonna hop around. We're gonna hop around. You brought up Club 2K9. So
Yeah,
for the folks who were old enough to go and the folks who've been here long enough, Club 2K9 was the absolute place to be. You would run into anybody there, any celebrity, any before they were social media influencers,
that's
there,
true.
there was those people there. So
I remember,
can
I
tell
remember my boy Genuine had a two-way pager. We thought that was big. He was like, "I got the two-way," I was
I
like, what's
remember that.
that?
It was the thing. But it looked like it. Yeah, it looked like it. It opened up. It's like, what the hell is that? So
So
tell us,
I don't
how
know.
did you get into this, man? How
I'm gonna
how
tell you
did
in a
Two K
second.
Nine come
But
about?
since I mentioned G, let me explain. So
Uh,
one night, Howard Homecoming, I had Alicia Keys. One of my
mm,
buddies is a big developer in town. He knew her back in the day, so I'm gonna bring her by. And I didn't really. It was on promo, so it was
mm-hmm.
Homecoming on promo. I told Genuine to come by because I may need you there. So he introduces her, and she was feeling a little sick. And he said, "Now Alicia Keys for a live performance." I didn't pay her for no live performance. I was like,
Like
"Gee, what
you
are you
looking at
doing?"
him like, yo.
But look, even though she was sick, she came through the crowd to the stage. I pushed the piano in front of her, and she started playing Beethoven. And she said, "Oh, that's the wrong place, wrong club." And I keep falling, and then hit her a big hit. Did about 6, 7 songs in a row. So that was Howard Homecoming one year. So
the
that was,
stories, the stories of that play. For us to tell the stories at club, this would have to be like an 8 hour show.
yes,
So
definitely.
let's go back. Let's go back before 2K9. What was your very first business venture,
Very
and
first
how did it come
business.
about?
I was playing tennis at Hampton. Then I
Mm-hmm.
transferred over to Howard. Then my mom had the consulting contract at you see me on the tennis court right
On the
there.
tennis court, yeah. I'm gonna get
She had
out there with you, man. I'm gonna get out there
I'm
with you.
ready. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. So she had the contract at Howard University, um, and GW University, University of Pennsylvania, consulting in the hotel business. And she said there should be a restaurant here. So then the manager of the hotel said, "Well, why don't you do it?" She said, "I'm the consultant for the hotel. What do you mean to open the restaurant?" So she called me. I was at Howard. I said, "We could do it." So we opened the restaurant on the whim. We weren't restaurant folk. Then I realized how good I was eating because my mom and my grandmom's recipe, and we had the famous
Woo!
pound cake. Remember the pound cake?
Oh
The
my.
famous pound cake. I mean,
Mm.
Mandela used to order it. Jesse. I mean, everybody from around the world. So, I mean, it was just on a whim.
True stories, y'all. True story.
How,
That Mandela, yeah, that Mandela used to be up in there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and through the restaurant, we developed a catering business.
Mm,
And as soon as Mandela got out of jail, Jesse Jackson Jr. did a big event for him at the house, and we did
mm.
French style service for Nelson Mandela. So that was interesting.
Wow, wow, and it's been up from there, man. It's been up from there. Wow, yeah, the restaurant. So the restaurant from the restaurant, and then there was some investing and things, but that was already like in the family. That was already in your head to get into real estate. And tell me, how did you get into that?
So when we got the so we had to move out. So there's always going to be obstacles in business, everyone. You go through your
Mm-hmm.
ebbs and flows, your ups and downs. So they were trying to put us out at Howard University and not abide by the 5 years left on the lease. So I said, do we go to Georgetown? So meanwhile, mom and stepdad hit the jackpot. They sold the company to Paraxo, $1 billion company. Had to hold it for a while, hold the stock. So it went up, went crazy. So I was like, I got an investor now. So I made a deal with them. If I could do 1 million gross in my 20s that year, I could borrow 1 million cash. So I did that, but it still wasn't enough because I said I'm gonna buy that whole block over there near WST, which is now 930 Club.
Mm-hmm.
And so I needed another $1 million. So guess what? Our client was Truist BB&T. Bob Pincus was the chairman, and he said, "You
Wow.
guys are the best caterers in town, not best black, best caterers. Period.
Best
Over
caterers.
BB and B&B, over Ridgewell's, over Windows." He said, "Best." He said, "Young man, you ever need anything, come see me." So guess what? I went back
I'm
to
a
Bobby Pincus,
I'm gonna
asked for
come
a
by and
million
see you.
dollars, asked for $1 million line of credit. His VP told him, "Don't do it." He said, "Nope, I'm gonna give it to Derek," and he gave me $1 million line. The parents gave me $1 million, and that's how we opened. Actually, University City Caterers. It wasn't even
Mm-hmm.
2K9 yet. Then I
Yeah.
was in there while they were building. I said, "Guess what? I can make some money at night." So I said, "What's the name gonna be?" And I looked at the address. It was 2009. So I said, "All right, that's 2K9." So We applied for the liquor license, got it, and that's the making of 2K9 on the whim. We were really restaurant
Mm,
caterers, and I decided last minute
wow.
to put the cages in there and do that, and then that made us a little famous in town.
A little You know what? All those years of going there, walking into there, I didn't even realize the address was 2009.
Yep, that's how I came up with the
I'm sitting
name.
here tripping. If I had a nickel for every time I went in there, I never paid attention.
That was the address.
Wow, man. And that, I mean, and it was cool because it was, everything was coming up on Y2K and all. It was like a perfect
Mhm.
play on words
It was.
at the
It was.
time.
It was.
Because that's what I was thinking that he thinking ahead. Because what year did you open that up?
That had to be. Now you're getting me now on that one. I mean, when was that? Was that the
It
early
was
2000s?
it was early to yeah, it had to be because elite. So it
Yeah,
was around the early
in the
2000s.
early
So the
2000s.
whole 2K9, it was just perfect. It was the absolute place to be, man. Too many stories. Now, one thing that you said that I told a friend of mine, I'm gonna ask him. And I never, all these years I've known you, I never knew this. How the hell did you meet Serena Williams?
How did I get her to come to the club?
Yeah, how did you meet Serena Williams, man?
Let me
Because
see.
you was
How
kicking
did
it
I
with
met
her
Serena?
when she, like when people's
Yeah,
like, that's Serena.
yeah. So I think I met Serena through Isha, her sister. Her sister
Hmm.
played tennis at Howard. A lot of people don't know that. So I think we met through no, through Demaz. I don't know if you know Demaz.
Demas,
Demaz was
Demas.
dating Isha, so Demaz introduced me to Isha, and Isha introduced us to Serena and Venus because at the time, before the market crashed, we were going to do, instead of like Tiger Wood or Jack Nicklaus golf courses, we were going to do tennis centers throughout
Yes,
the
all
Caribbean
over.
and
Yes,
with the
throughout the Caribbean.
hotels.
Yep.
So we had to go to do that, but then the market crashed and
Because I
stopped
was ready
us.
to hit the Caribbean. I was ready to
Yes,
go to the islands. I remember
yes.
that. Yeah.
So that's how we met through Demaz and Isha, and then the Williams sisters and Serena,
Oh man,
and then I
that's
introduced to the
crazy.
Prince.
That's so crazy. I've known you so long. I remembered the international tennis centers and knew she was attached, but forgot how you even met her. I
Yep,
remember that right before everything turned upside down. Wow,
yep,
man, that's something. I'm glad you brought that up. Everyone sees your successes.
uh-huh.
Everyone sees everything you touch just turn to just magic and gold. And I always say nobody posts their L's.
No,
Nobody
and
posts
the
their
L's are
L's.
more, L's are
And the
more,
L's or more.
but I
Tell,
suggest don't post them, but still fight
yeah,
through them. So
fight through 'em.
I did an interview in Atlanta about a month or two ago, and they were like, "Well, yeah, the best batting average is if you get a hit 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. I mean, if you strike out, 7 times, 8 times, but you hit those two big home runs or those two triples, that's just how it is. You're gonna, get the nose 7 out of 10 times. But guess what?
Mhm.
You gotta keep going, because the hit is coming. The inside the park home run's coming. So it's okay if you
Mhm.
hit no triple, no home run, no grand
Mhm.
slam. But you gotta keep at it. Now, our politics may not be the same, you know, when
Mhm.
it comes to Elon, but when it comes to guts, I gotta give it to him. Why? Because Elon took his 150M from PayPal, the PayPal mafia, and a
Mhm.
lot of people just gonna retire on that, right?
Yeah, he
Elon's
doubled
so
down.
crazy and so good, he doubled down. Should have stayed out of politics, but he doubled down,
Absolutely.
and he doubled down, and he used the whole 150 on the purchase of SpaceX and Tesla. He couldn't pay his rent after making the 150. He ran out of money. He couldn't pay the rent. Friend had to pay his rent for him, and then he got saved at the last minute by an investor. Now he's possibly going to be the first trillionaire.
I heard that he's knocking on a trillionaire door, and I think as of the day he might have hit it, and
See,
and and that's yeah, and that's
but
something. Like I said. He's one that I can't stand his political views, but business wise,
I mean, and that's called guts. That's not even total business. Do you have the guts to stay? How many people would have
hmm
cashed out for 150
and been gone,
and played it safe?
and
He
been gone.
doubled
Yeah,
down on the 150 to go to a trillion.
yeah. He's got the guts. He's got this, and that's what I'm learning. You got to have the guts to go have friends. And man, you got to go do it. Tell me about one of your L's that you had to sit back and say, "Damn, let me really think about this," and
Well,
then
I,
how you bounce back from it.
probably around the corner from 2K9, I bought it at a million auction, sold it, flipped it. Now it's worth 10. So I don't know if that's an L or not,
Yeah.
but that's a 10 million loss right there. And then um, we sold a little early. We 15x no, we maybe 10x the 2 million, but I think it went to maybe 20, 30x. So we probably left as a family trust about 50 million on the table. Um,
Mm,
but we've done good. So, but the one thing is, once you make it, you know how to make it. So just like Elon, you may go up 150, down 50, up 30, up. But when you know how to do it, it's just a matter of time of hitting it. But you're going to come back stronger next time. So even though we
hmm
may have left 50 on the table, now we're looking at going at 100, 150, then flipping that out to a billion for Tyone.
mm. Boy, that kid, man. Hey, I might have to do security for him, like that dude did security for Mike. I'm be driving Ty around, man.
But if you're scared, it's not for you.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you
the
going
saying. Scared
because
money
if
don't make none.
you got a million, you may lose a million. Are you gonna come back and get two, three? If you got 30, you may lose 30. Are you gonna come back and get? Don't get me wrong. You can keep the money and be safe. But if you want to press for the next generation and double down and triple down, sometimes you may risk it. And but that's the only way you're gonna get to the B's.
Yeah, yeah, and that's something I've learned from the years of hanging with you to mash the gas and go for it. And you have a very subtle, cool way. We have our own things, how we say, we got to do it, but it's got to be sexy. We got to do it, So if you hang around this guy, man, you're gonna pick up some things, man. So what I wanted to ask you was, we're here in the DC area,
Uh,
and our baseball team is the Washington Nationals. You, sir, are a minority owner of the Washington Nationals, a major league baseball team. See, let's clap it up for that right there. Let's throw the hand
I
claps
got
in
to
there,
tell you how
man.
I got involved. So
Please tell us how you got involved in that. Yeah, thank you.
it's all about who you know and your
Yes.
network. That's why we do these events, the Dream Big
Mm-hmm.
events. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
gentleman, his granddad started the Bank Industrial Bank, one of the top minority banks in the country, probably the number one in the DMV. He
Mm-hmm.
gets a call from the learners, and he called me. He said, I don't know what they want. I said, answer the phone. Let's see what they want. And he called me. I called a friend of mine, Ben Soto, um, that partnered with Hoffman down at the waterfront project that you know
Mm-hmm.
on the wharf, and another guy of ours in the NFL, Tayoka. He used to
Mm-hmm.
own all the IHOPs as well, a couple of IHOPs. We all got together and formed a group, and we invested in the group. And Joel Mitchell from Industrial was the lead on it, and that was a great situation for us all.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're gonna we're gonna
And
we're
but
gonna go
then,
out there this summer.
no, definitely, we're gonna have you in the owners area this year. But this is the thing: Memphis Grizzlies didn't work out with my two NBA partners and my buddy
Yeah.
that owns the Watergate. I was playing kumbaya, holding hands with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't get the minority ownership together. Couldn't get who was going to be the lead on it. We had Memphis
Yeah.
Grizzlies for 285. Google and see what the Memphis Grizzlies are worth today. I bet you a
Hmm.
billion or two or three. But we
Yep.
had the contract. We weren't talking about it.
Oh my
We
God.
had the contract. All we had to do was perform. And I couldn't get everyone on the same, us four partners on the same page. and we lost that deal. Another one recently, another loss. Um, I got a connection through Thai school, Murray, um, and I was like, man, private school, and I haven't gotten one deal. Maybe Ty get some deals. Went to the
Mm,
baseball game. A gentleman told me they were trying to get um, a gentleman who you guys know out the deal of
mm,
Revolt TV,
mm-hmm,
and I raised about 80 million in the parking lot in 5 minutes, and I put an $80 million offer in from me being the managing member of Revolt TV.
mm-hmm.
They wanted about 180,
Ah,
so we couldn't come together on it, and they kept it. So I know Dame says he was the chairman, but I was
yeah,
about to be
right.
the chairman.
You was about to be the real chairman. Yeah, Dave said he had us like, man, brother, you just don't
And I
know.
love
Oh
Dame
man.
though. I love Dame. I love him.
Yeah, that's my guy, man.
Yeah.
He done so many great things for the culture and everything, but he wasn't about to be the chairman of So all of these is so crazy, as we said, these L's are lessons. They're lessons, and if you don't pay attention to them, you will you will you will see them again in different ways,
Let me
shapes,
just
or
say
form.
this. I look for the L's now. You know why? Because I know the
Mm,
big grand slams are coming. So one time I had a big L, and we were in the process of selling something. I had like negative 20,000 in the account this particular year, and you could go crazy, but guess what? I stayed steady. I think within a couple of weeks we had a closing 1.7 M in the account. So you cannot
just like
panic.
that.
You can't panic.
Yeah.
So and you got to reinvent yourself. I reinvent myself every 3, 4, 5 years. I add another couple businesses to the table. So as a venture capital, we can help with marketing or money. And my goal this year is to have Tyler invested in over 80 different companies. And then by the time I'm gone, I want Tyler to smack the screen when he's looking at his account and have to
Mm,
call the lawyers and say, there's 800 checks coming in from different companies. What did my dad get me involved in? I can't keep track of it. Because a mentor of mine told me, if you know where
mm.
all your money in your account's coming from, you don't
You ain't
have
got no
enough
money.
of it.
You ain't
So
enough
guess what?
money.
I know where all mine's coming from right now, all the different businesses. So I need to have Tyler in a
Hmm.
situation he just can't keep up. He has no
Which
idea where these checks are coming
where it's
from.
coming from.
So,
That leads me into something here. We had a conversation a couple years back, and I wasn't there yet in my business acumen. So I think I may have a company that Tyler may want to look into because it's really on the rise. I got this company that he might be interested in.
I love it. I
I
love
have this company that he might be interested.
it.
So, and that's how we keep it going. That young man, goodness grief, man. It's funny. He's gonna be the way you got him set up. I just would love to see him 20 years from now.
Yes.
Just to see how he's moving, man. That's gonna be something, man. So you mentioned these events. I remember you gave me a phone call. We were on the phone. Now let me just tell you about Derek Owens. You can talk to Derek Owens at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
You can
indeed.
go to bed, you'll wake up, and there'll be messages from 5 a.m. from Derek Owens. you know, when they say early bird catches worm, and I used to say, some people say, Derek, are you a morning person or a night person? I would say I'm an all day person. But this guy here, on 1,000 with it. So
I
I
get a lot
remember,
of work done before 9 o'clock.
yeah, that's your
I
rock
can get like a
top.
half a day in from 5 to 9.
Before people have even had their coffee and donut,
Exactly.
you've already closed
If I'm
deals.
moving at 9, if I'm swimming or playing tennis, um, or cold plunging at 9, I'm late because
Hmm.
I usually get about 80 different messages in, and the cold plunge and the swimming, and sometimes tennis in before 8:39. So
Mm.
now I can roll my day out.
Now, now let's stop for a second because when we went to when we had our dream big event for the gentleman, you had mentioned this cold plunging. I've heard you talk about this cold plunging before. Can you tell me and everybody exactly what is this cold plunge
So,
stuff and
so,
why I
I,
got to do it?
so I've been an athlete all my life: tennis, basketball. I got my heroics in St. John's Beach with Master with Steve Hood. I think I won that freshman game with about 15 points in the last 4 minutes.
You know
But
that?
I've never, I didn't have the handle, but I had the jumper. I had the
Mm.
Steph Curry going. So, if I was but 6'5", I think I would have been over in,
You've been so,
Golden State. What I mean? I would have had to tell Clay move over. You know what
move
I mean?
over. I got this. I just needed that
So
height.
exactly. So I picked tennis instead, but I never did the cold plunge, like or the tub. Kevin Hart has this show. I
Yeah.
never could get in that ice. So now the cold plunge, you don't have to get in the ice, but the water's still really cold. I don't know if it's 20 degrees under or whatever it is,
Woo.
but it's amazing what it does to your body with the blood flow as well as healing the knees. Because we're older
Okay.
now, so I'm playing tennis tournaments still. We're like 50 and over, number one on the East Coast. Me and Mark Chisholm from Howard
What up,
University
Mark?
Tennis,
Yeah.
and the body just is not the same. So I need that recovery. Man, it makes you feel great. It makes your body and your bones and your muscles just recover quickly. So I'm an
Wow.
advocate of the cold plunge.
I'm gonna have to try it out because everybody know I'm this back and my shoulder
Oh,
and
come on, come
accident.
on,
I gotta get out. So we gotta get on the tennis court and I gotta do this cold plunge. So this coming week
definitely,
we're gonna link up and I
definitely,
gotta check it out, man.
definitely.
So so I remember you called me and you were like, what if we had this thing where everyone comes together and this person, if they have this business and this person has this business, and they all came together. And I'm like, that's so cool. Tell us about Dream Big and how it came about. And see if you could show some pictures of some of the illustrious Dream Big staff that we have there. Some of those photos that I sent, if we could throw it out. And we can throw out Derek's picture there too, if he can hear me. But that's me and you at one of your events.
Yeah,
Yeah, that we was doing
yes,
there.
yes. At the meeting,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now let me tell you about this picture before we get. We went viral. We went viral a couple
I
times.
know.
Me and you doing things, man. So that was at one of the restaurants that we do business at. We was in
Shout
there
out to
wilding.
Tony and Chaz over the content.
Yes, yes. This was at one of your events. I think we were at the AC during the pandemic. We
Yeah,
rocked that one. Yeah, so that was one that we had. This was down at the wharf. We had
wow.
a event down at the Italian restaurant down at the wharf. We were
Yes,
down
yes.
there getting it in. Yeah, we were down there. Just amazing view, amazing food, everything. Now, these events, how did the Dream Big uh, business and events, how did that
But first, I
come
said, but let
about?
me keep relative because whatever I'm doing, I know if I bring people together, it'll be good for, me and Tyler's business. So
Hmm.
that's what I was thinking at first. And I said, well, wait a minute. I'm bringing all these people together. Let people do business with each other as well. So now we bring other businesses together, let them do business together, and we help with our 60,000 plus CRM list to get business for others as well. So it's just a win-win-win.
Absolutely. I've had the honor of being at the events and promoting the events and inviting people to come out. And it's so amazing because there's so many different types of businesses. I'm talking body butters. There was a masseuse there. We had people making jewelry there. To bankers so I always tell people if you're an aspiring business owner or you're a business owner, come out and network with these folks because you
I
never
know in real
know.
estate, I know in real estate in DC, we helped someone at Sotheby's get about 40 million in listings. We've helped someone in insurance, financial services, with about 200 to 300 clients. Um, we've helped legal, just blow up that situation to extra 30,000, 20, 30,000 a month. So,
Mm.
you know, we're looking for the right fit. DC, Atlanta, and you don't know about the one coming with Radio One. There's a big one
Okay.
coming. Three to five
Okay.
thousand people, 15
Okay.
different cities with Radio One, and I mean the celebrity lineup is pretty big. It's celebrities that have businesses and brands as well.
Yes. Yeah. And speaking of that, you got me on the radio. It's so crazy. You had my commercial on the radio blowing up. I'm in the store one day and I started talking, and this lady said, "You was on the radio." And I was like, "Yeah, like that commercial, my phone blew up. That thing ran for weeks all day long.
I love
All
it.
people heard that is Mr. Derik LaMar. And that my phone blowing up, people hearing my voice out. So yeah, I would tell anyone, continue to check my page, continue to check his page. The next time you see a dream big event, or when you see me do that hashtag dream big, I'm telling y'all, y'all better pull. If you know like I know, you better pull up. We talked a lot about, yes. Okay, so this Money Magazine. Tell me about this right here. Tell us
So the Money
about,
magazine, they called. They
yes.
want to know how to get rich in America. Could they do an article on myself? I said yes. So that's me in the Money magazine. And there's another picture as well with me and the whole family um, in one of our pieces of real estate. So I'm appreciative to the Money magazine. I was gonna say cover, but I don't think that was the cover. That was the inside Money
You
magazine.
was in there, yeah. You was in there though,
Yeah, that was on the cover
man.
on how to get rich in America.
Man, that's something. I'm telling you. If you want to do it, definitely come out to our events. Definitely come out. Listen to stuff. We're gonna be doing more stuff. You're gonna be seeing his face more. You're gonna be seeing my face more. Now, with the dream big, and the thing that's cool about it, it's another family business. You've got mom in it. You've got
Yes,
you've got Tyler in it.
yes.
How does it feel to be working with the family again
That's
on
what it's
another
all.
venture?
I never stopped working with the family. You know,
Yeah,
even though I
yeah,
may be the face a lot of times, but
mhm,
it was my dad, my mom, my stepmom, um,
yeah.
my stepdad,
There go
his dad,
there's
my
yeah,
dad.
yes sir.
Pioneer right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think people understand, but take it back to my dad for a second.
Can we take it back? Yep, there we go.
So I don't think you understand 280 million to 300 million in the 70s. I had to
Mm,
Google that. That's about 3 to 5 billion today.
yeah, yeah.
That's what he
Translates.
did. That's what he did with, if there's lacking of capital in the minority community now, how hard was it then?
Mm,
And over 300 employees. And then the second one, my stepmom, that was up there, yeah, she started off as
yeah.
a secretary, didn't want to work for Barry Gordy, reluctantly worked for him, then became the
Wow.
confidant, the only check writer for as long as I knew, I don't know, 10, 20 years for
Mm, mm,
Motown. And, you know, she was the boss lady there and the top executive
mm,
for
mm,
Barry
mm.
Gordy at Motown. And I have to give a shout out to Sherry Gordy, who's like my sister. That's Barry Gordy's daughter. But shout out to you, Sherry Gordy.
Yes, yes, Sherry. That is something, man. That is the ultimate thing, to be able to work with everyone and continue just leave it on, and continue the great lineage, man. That's one of the things one of the many things I always admired about you. How you always, just the family is always there. The family's always around, and it feels good that you're a part of my family and vice versa as well. So
But
there we go.
I
'Cause I
appreciate
remember,
it.
my sister, basically, the story. My sister moved. my sister was tight. That's how I met Derek,
Yeah,
and I remember my sister saying to him, and my sister's this, she don't play. Said if you make some money, make sure he makes some money too. And
exactly.
so he has been a man of his word
I love
ever
it.
since. That probably was like dated 30 years ago. So yeah, so
I
that's
love it.
something right there. Now, all the things that we've talked about you doing the venture capitalist thing, wanting people to get their dreams. We talked about dream big. We've talked about your L's, your successes. What is next for Mr. Derek Owens? What would you like to do next? What's the
Well,
next
what
thing?
next is taking the maybe dozen income streams now
Mm,
to the next 12 to 24 months to about 80 income streams through investing, through marketing or money, helping other businesses grow. And then I want to 10x that before I leave here to 800 businesses for Ty. So, he doesn't need to own them all. He just
mm,
5% here, 20% here,
it's right here.
cash flow here. But I want to, like I said before, I want 800. I want Ty to get confused.
But like, where's this
When he
money
looks
coming
at
from?
Big Daddy's picture, and he look, that's my dad. And he looks at Derek. He said, "Big Daddy, you are the man." And Dad, shame on you for confusing me with all these checks in this account.
I know that's right, man. I mentioned how I could talk to you 2 in the morning, wake up this tech. What is a day? Tell me about it. And you mentioned about the cold plunge and the swimming. What is a day in the life like for Derek Owens? For these people who think they want to do it, tell them what it's like in a 24-hour period.
I got you. So I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, get over to the pool, do the cold plunge, the jacuzzi, do about maybe 30 minutes, um, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes laps,
Mm,
maybe a little tennis, maybe not. Then I get to work. I touch about 80 people in the different businesses. And then I rock and roll all day. And then if
mm,
I'm in DC, I go by and see mom, when the nurse isn't there. And I probably stay the night, watch a movie on Netflix. Billy Bob and
mm,
Power and all these new, we love all these different shows. So we watch a movie together at night. In fact,
mm,
we're back to even though her legs are not moving as good as they used to, we're back to with the nurse our Friday night date night. So we went to see Michael last Friday.
yes.
We're going to go see Prada,
Yeah, okay. Double West Front too. Okay.
Prada Part 2 tomorrow.
Okay.
So, and then when I go to Atlanta, something similar, but just no date nights with mom.
Okay. There we go. You said Atlanta. I'm gonna be down there in September. We're gonna talk
Okay,
about
because
that. Yeah, we're gonna put that.
I'm down there 50% of the time, and Ty's
Okay.
down there 90% of the time because he's at Clark.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So while you down there, I'll be making sure everything cool here. When you come back here, we're gonna make it happen, man.
And a little rubbing off from Ty because my mom asked him, are you going to go to Harvard or Wharton for business school, Ty? Um, he said, Grandma, I've done enough schooling. I'm ready to make some money like Dad.
Man, make some money.
So,
Said I want to get in the game. I don't want to
so
practice.
he's in the game. We have a business together, as you know. He's in the game, so I'm excited to see by the time he graduates what his income is going to be, and then by the time he's 30, where he's going to be.
Yeah, that's so. I'm excited. I'm
But
excited.
exposure is the key. I got exposed early from my dad, then my mom, then my stepmom, then my stepdad. So I'm exposing him as much as I can, so he's ready to rock and roll.
Absolutely, I love it, man. It just and to see a young black man in a great position to grow up and do great things, man. So, oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited. One of the things I always get. Speaking of excitement, one of the place that we've been doing business with as of late, the continent. Oh
Yes,
my goodness, let me tell y'all, you don't want to miss the next event. The next event's going to be at the continent on Vermont Avenue, Northwest DC, and it's just the entire facility, the entire restaurant. there's vendors, there's speakers. So if you don't come in there and meet some folks and get motivated to do some things and eat some good food. Shout out to Big Tony. I don't know if we got a picture of all of us at Big Tony
Big
at one of
Tony,
the
Big
drink.
Chaz.
Oh man,
I
those
always
guys,
say it
man.
used to be Mark and Taz. Now it's Tony and Chaz.
Yeah, they flipped it up.
Used to be Mark and Taz.
Used to
Now
be
it's
Mark
Tony
and
and Chaz.
Chad, Tony and Chaz doing big things. Oh man, yeah. So we tell you. So when is the next event so we can have people, because people are always telling me, "Dang, Derek, I look up and I'll see pictures, and why didn't you tell me?" And oh my
I
goodness, I would
believe
have
it's
went
June 20th. I believe
June 20th.
it's June 20th or June 17th, but I'll get that information to you.
Okay, we'll have that and we'll post that because I'm telling you, you gotta come. You gotta come in there. You gotta network and just soak up the game. Soak up the game.
I think it's the
And
17th because I think on the 20th, me and Chris go to Jamaica because we're looking at a project there.
okay, okay, yeah. So that okay. I'll make sure I put that on my calendar as well. So
Okay, I
that is
see
a
you. I
picture.
see you.
Yes, that is a picture of the
Me
one
and the chairman.
in the chairman. And it's funny when we talk about. I did my little time in the music business at an indie label, and everyone that has started a label, everyone, that was the blueprint. That was the man who everyone. I'm talking from Combs, to Russell, to the Bourbon. Everyone followed that man.
Yes, indeed.
Like that is, and to be able to have the OG triple OG as someone that was putting you on game as well. That's got to be. What's your craziest or what's your most interesting Motown story?
Oh, come on. I got tons of more time. So when I was a teenager, I was in the Beverly Center because the Chairman Barry Gordy was giving a dinner for Edna, my stepmom, at La Dome. La Dome was the hot spot, you know, real high end. And I didn't have a jacket. So we went to the Beverly Center to get a jacket for me. I was being a little brat. I must have been like 14, 15. I was like, I'm ready, Edna, let's go. She said, well, come here. I want to introduce you to someone. I said, I don't want to meet anybody. Let's go. So I went over. I said, yes. Okay, what, Edna? She said, I just want you to introduce you to Michael and Janet's mom, Catherine Jackson, a good friend of mine. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm I need a Snickers. I'm not myself right now. Like that's somebody to meet. Like you're looking at her like that's Michael's their mama.
Let me give you another
Wow.
one. So Edna used to come in, and this Caucasian lady used to be there with tie dye and a guitar playing in the front door of the Motown office. And so they started getting each other coffee. And then she said, girl, can you really sing? So she sang for her. And she moved her in with the chairman's brother. That's the making of Tina Marie.
Mm, 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 mm. I'm telling you, man. Just
It's just little stuff. I
this.
would call on a Saturday night.
Yeah,
When everybody was living, I'd call on a Saturday night, and Melvin Franklin, Merry Christmas with a deep voice from the Temptations,
yeah.
he would answer the phone, and they were playing cards at the house.
Wow. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a
You
lot.
talk about me getting excited because someone recognized my voice. You get on the phone and hear Melvin Franklin, like you're like
Yeah, and
one
Melvin
of the
was my
most
dad.
recognized.
Melvin was my dad's best friend.
Wow,
Yeah,
man, that's you got stories, man.
so I got stories.
Okay, tell me about you're standing there with two goats, man.
Uh-huh. So
Jay Z
so
and LeBron James, man.
so Jay, um, we did the All Star Weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember Mark saying that he made $1 million one night with Beyonce for
Mm-hmm.
inauguration for Obama. I was like, those numbers don't add up. I mean, I know you have at love.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, really? But he was telling the truth because That particular night, I had about 10, 15,000 people out front. We still did very well, but if we would have quadrupled our numbers, we could have hit that mark. But we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get everybody in.
Couldn't
So
get the
that was
bodies in. Yeah.
yeah, that was Jay Z night. I mean, we're talking about um, Justin Timberlake trying to grab him to get in. Um, John Singleton. I mean, I've never seen so many celebrities out front begging to get in.
Begging to get
That All-Star
in.
weekend. So I mean, that was a legendary night. I mean, that had to be the best event in the world that night.
That night.
Another one was Q-Tip. Daryl Huckabee, shout out to Huck, most powerful
Mm,
man in radio, good friend of mine. He called like on a Friday and said, I'm bringing Q-Tip on Sunday. So we had about a day off to promote it. And guess what? It was
mm.
packed full of ladies. And Q-Tip jumped up on the high table and did Bonita
Mm.
Acapone. When the mic went out, he still rocked it with the new mic. And I think that was the best party on a Sunday night in the world.
Oh my God, man. So many,
So,
so many good
and I mean, we
nights
got
at that
tons of
spot,
people.
man. They go
That's the whole
Chucky.
crew. That's Chucky and Ron G and King
Yeah, Ron
Kanye. Yeah,
G.
yeah. The
Oh my
whole crew.
God,
Whole
man.
crew.
Rest in peace, Chucky. Yeah,
Yeah.
that man. So man, we could talk for hours, man, but we got to wrap up, man. I could probably have you on for the next 3 months telling
I
stories all.
whenever you need me, just let me know.
Oh, you already know, man. Before we go, I know um I no, I asked this one question. I'll ask this: what advice you have? What's if you had to give someone some advice on being a business person? What advice would you give
Be
an aspiring
disciplined.
business
Come up
person?
with a root. Be disciplined. Come up with a routine every day, and be
Mm-hmm.
consistent. I'm
Mm-hmm.
consistent. I go to the gym every morning around the same time. I do a certain amount of marketing hits every day. I work consistently every single day. So I'm doing wealth and health like that now. So I'm treating my
Mm-hmm.
health the same way I'm treating my wealth. I'm not trying to hit a home run every day. I'm trying to hit singles and doubles every single day. So I'm growing, I'm compounding, I'm growing, I'm compounding. And you never give up. Because
There
guess
we
what?
go.
You have two, 3 bad days, and then the fourth, fifth day are great. And as long as you keep on compounding on top of that, you'll get to your goal. So never give up.
There we go. Let's wrap it up for that right there. The one and only Mr. Derek Owens, let me just say, venture capitalist, minority owner of the Washington Nationals, CEO of Dream Big, too many businesses to name, my
And let me say one more
mentor
thing
and
there.
business
Let me
partner.
say
Yes,
one more
sir.
thing there. Embrace the struggle. Embrace the negative. Embrace the obstacles. As Big Daddy said, Curtis Owens, congratulations when something goes wrong. Because now you can change the poison into medicine. So when something goes bad
Mm,
now, I take 5 steps back, but I take 20 forward. So
mm-hmm.
don't hide under the sheets. This is another one. Short-term memory. Roger Federer is the best tennis player ever in my mind because he says he practices short-term memory. Whatever he did the last
Mm,
point, he doesn't worry about it. So whatever loss I'm having now or before, that was yesterday. I'm going at it again
yes.
today.
Going at it again. There we
Short-term,
go.
short-term memory,
Yeah.
volume solves problems. Never give up.
There we go. Gems from my guy. One more time, let's clap it up for the one and only Mr. Derek Owens. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to pull up on the internationally known, nationally recognized, and locally accepted Mr. Derik LaMar show podcast, man. So thank you. I'll probably hit you in probably about 10, 15 minutes and see what's good.
No
But man,
problem.
thank you so
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
thank
Thank you
you,
so much.
sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. And we'll see y'all next time. Trump, let's go ahead and take me out with my theme music, sir.